Hello, I'm here today to go over our Escape the Science Lab activities. So what's going to happen today in class, this is going to be in Google Classroom for you. And your goal is to try and escape the science lab, kind of solve the problem. So let me give you a little background. It says, while on a virtual field trip to a local university, the tour guide invites you to a few virtual classes that are in session. You catch a quick glimpse of the science lab with familiar tools and equipment and others you have never seen before. During this one class, you notice students dressed in white lab coats, safety goggles, gloves, and glass apparatuses with bubbling chemicals and Bunsen burners burning brightly. The professor is walking around to aid students during their experiment. Suddenly, you realize that the chemicals in one of the beakers is bubbling over, and you yell, "Watch out!" Poof! And there is a huge cloud of smoke in the lab. The professor needs your help to unlock the lab door that has jammed from a small accident. The lab door has an electronic key code that must be entered for it to open by the outside by the lab assistant. So your goal today is to try and gain access to that key code. So the key code is 5 digits long. You're trying to get in that door. So this first one is true and false, this first slide. So it says, determine if the statements are true or false. The number of false statements is the first number of the key code. So for example, if there's 2 that are false, then that first number of your key code is 2. If there's 3 that are false, then the first number is 3. So you have to know those answers, read through, tell me if it's true or false. The next one, it says odd one out. Determine which picture doesn't belong based on the clues. The number of the clue is the second digit for the key code. So looking at those 4 clues, whatever one is not appropriate, that's the second code to the key code on the door pad. Next one, determine if the scenario is safe or unsafe, and the number of safe scenarios is the third number for the key code. So again, you have your little, oops, I clicked over. You have your little X's and your checks so you know which ones are safe or not safe so you can count them. Please move those little icons over to the appropriate one so you can double check to see which ones are correct. And then this one is you are going to type in the appropriate answers to those questions. And then any word that is not used is going to be the fourth number of the key code. And you're counting the numbers of the letters in the word. So if it's I don't want to give you an answer, but you would just count if it was beaker, Beaker. So that's 6 letters. So that fourth number in the key code would be 6. You might want to be jotting this down. And then the last one, you're dragging the red tiles over the terms that describe personal protective equipment. So personal protective equipment for yourself, the number of tiles will be the last number for the code. So there's a bunch of them. So if you're protecting yourself, that's what you're going to use. So once you have those 5 numbers, or you think you know those 5 numbers, you're going to click on this Google form, and it's going to bring you here. And you're going to put your student first name and last name. And then when you have science, and then you're going to hit next. And then on the next slide, it's going to tell you or ask you what is the key code. Now, if you get in, congratulations, I'll get the form and know that you got it correct. But if it's not letting you enter and it says still is unlocked, you have to go back to the drawing board, go back to your Google Slides and try and figure it out. Okay.